Hello, this is Virgil Labrador, Editor-in-Chief of Satellite Markets and Research, and we're here in CommunicAsia 2015 in Singapore with Rash Jhanjee. He's the head of Global Xpress Strategy and Business Development for Inmarsat. Inmarsat has been featured in this videocast over the years, and I've seen Rash working very hard in many shows.
Thank you, Virgil.
So Rash, let's start off. Give us an update on Global Xpress. Where are you at right now?
Okay, thank you, Virgil, for the question. Great to be part of this editorial this afternoon. So where we are with Global Xpress today is an exciting stage. The program came to the market around 4 years ago in 2010. We have invested around $1.6 billion or more in the actual constellation itself. We have launched 2 satellites already. One is operational in the IOR region, supplying services actually in the Asian region and the Middle East Africa region. The second satellite, which was launched earlier this year, is soon to be operational in the AOR region.
Right.
And the third satellite, unfortunately, is on hold at this stage. We are awaiting an update from ILS, the launcher. Unfortunately, the satellite in front of us, which was a Mexican satellite, suffered an anomaly in the final stages of the launch. And as a result of that, ILS is conducting its research and analysis into what the problems were, what the resolution will be, and we hope to hear something very soon in the next few weeks.
But Rash, I'm glad you addressed that, because this is not a one-off thing. This is like the 5th failure in 2 years.
Sure.
So it's a very serious backlog that they're facing. So how does that affect the future launch of your satellite?
So naturally we have to, for the third satellite, which will complete the constellation, gives us global coverage. For those global customers who have to wait for the third satellite, it is a slight delay that we were not expecting and hopeful of not to have. The good news is, though, we can still supply regional services in the marketplace in the IOR region and the AOR region very soon. They're operational, so companies around the world who want to provide regional connectivity, that capability is there and being delivered today. The other thing is, obviously, we recognize that launchers do suffer problems. I mean, this is something inherent to the satellite industry. It's one of the complications of the satellite industry in the planning stage. As a result of that, very shortly after ordering the third satellite from Boeing, we ordered the 4th satellite from Boeing, and we have put that in a contract with SpaceX. We expect that to be in operation or launch in the second half of 2016. So the good news is that we have a backup plan. The 4th satellite will be used primarily for augmentation to add additional capacity into areas of demand. We hope that we don't have to use it as the 4th satellite, or 3rd satellite.
Right. So you have the Indian Ocean region and the Atlantic region.
Yeah.
The Pacific is the one that's missing, and that's the region where we're at right now.
Absolutely.
So talk about this region.
Yeah, and it's a really great region, actually. In terms of population, obviously, it's very fragmented, very disparate communities spread around the Pacific Islands. Nevertheless, this is an area that people need connectivity, and satellite plays a very important part. We've already seen some of our colleagues in the marketplace who have delivered services into the Pacific Islands. Our capability is slightly different. Obviously, our focus area is on mobility and portability services. I don't know if you saw yesterday, we launched a brand new program using the hardware vendor Galat in a managed service operation. We see a lot of the opportunities in the VNO, the fixed VNO space, to be growing. And the Pacific Islands is one of those communities that needs constant, high-quality communications. Global Xpress, whether it be for mobility, portability, or transportability, is a platform that supports all those applications. And we're confident that the Pacific Islands and the Pacific Ocean region, with its communities, will be serviced soon.
Right. Now you're responsible for the enterprise market.
Sure.
Talk about that. What are the opportunities in this region?
So the enterprise market is obviously one of the incubation areas of Inmarsat. It's a marketplace, or it's a area of the company which has 5 or 6 different key segments. The segments include the media sector, where we service the satellite news gathering providers, the broadcasters out there. It includes the energy markets, which is exploration and production and mining, which is a very key market for us. It also, some of the other key markets are corporate connectivity. That's an exciting growth area for us. With Global Xpress launching, 3 satellites will cover the world. We'll be able to provide anywhere between 40 and 50 megabits worth of shared IP bandwidth into a corporate solution provider. And what we're finding is some of the communication services or some of the discussions with the telcos are really, really evolving now. And those companies need to move their MPLS connections into remote regions, and Global Xpress can provide that. The other key area, which is unfortunately very relevant to the Asian region, is the NGO sector. And as we saw very recently in the Nepalese region, the earthquake that happened there, Inmarsat was absolutely rapidly, through its partnership base, was a key partner to respond. We supplied Global Xpress services into the region with our partner Cobham, with the 5075 terminal, and with our other partners on the broadcast side, the broadcast community. We were able to transmit high quality video out to Nepal and enable people to deliver the feeds, the streaming information and streaming feeds that only complemented our L-band network.
Right.
And I think that's a really key thing that I'll just want to talk about on the enterprise side. We are already entrenched in the enterprise market. We're not entrenched in the VSAT space. We are moving into that VSAT space. And we have a huge channel partnership base out there that we want to continue to service and partner with. We have our L-band partners that use L-band, B-GAN, and HDR services. And what GX offer is the evolutionary path for them. And open to that is the new partnership base that's coming on as well.
Right, right. All right, well, I think that pretty much covers, it.
Yeah.
You have anything to add?
Yeah, I think just to finish off really, I mean, for me, exciting personally is that, I've been with Inmarsat 4 years, and I think it's one of the most revolutionary companies, evolutionary companies, I would say, in the internet space. The beauty about Inmarsat, I find, is that there is something which is everyone talks about today. There's high throughput satellites, we have it covered with Global Xpress. There is mobility, we have it covered with all of our satellites and all of our constellations. And the most exciting thing to come is the Internet of Things and the Internet of Everywhere. And I think that's something that with the M2M space, whether it be on GX, whether it be an L-band, we have the portfolio and we have the customer base to grow. So Virgil, I really appreciate the time with you today, and hopefully see you soon, very soon.
Well, likewise, Rash, thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
And for all the news and information on the global satellite industry, always have satellite markets and research at www.satellitemarkets.com.